Welcome to the Wyoming Women's Business Center's 2021 webinar series. Today's presentation is Ready to Start a Business? I'm Christine Langley with the Wyoming Women's Business Center, and I'll be your speaker today. You'll notice the Zoom webinar bar on the bottom of your screen, and I want to call quick attention to the chat and the questions panel. If you have any questions during the webinar today, I'd like you to use those to communicate with me. Immediately following this presentation, we'll be launching a survey. We ask that you stay on the line for just a couple minutes after to complete the survey because it provides us as well as our funding partners with valuable information. Everyone on the call is muted to minimize background noise. So once again, if you have any comments or questions during the presentation tonight, just go ahead and use that chat or questions panel. All right, we're going to get started with some quick information about the Wyoming Women's Business Center for any of you that are new to us. And then we'll dive into our topic today and finish up with a Q&A at the end. This is a 30-minute format, and so we appreciate everybody joining us this evening. This is being recorded and it'll be available on our YouTube channel. You can just go to youtube.com and search for the Wyoming Women's Business Center. I'd suggest that you subscribe to our channel and check out all the other business education content that we've provided over the last several years. It's fairly robust. All right, the WWBC is a nonprofit organization, and our mission is to enable and empower Wyoming entrepreneurs. Of course, we have a special emphasis on women. And so we do our work through three distinct programs. The first is our business counseling and training program, which is always free. The second is our microloan program, and we offer loans starting at $500 all the way up to $50,000, and that's for businesses that have been denied from a traditional lending source. And third is our Artist Development Center, and we run that in conjunction with our Works of Wyoming store in downtown Laramie. But what I really want to get across to you is that what we do at the Women's Business Center is we specialize in micro enterprises. So what's a micro enterprise? Well, it's a business that has less than 6 employees. And really the majority of those businesses are 1 or 2 person businesses. These are businesses that we're able to launch for under $35,000. So businesses like yoga studios, hairstylists, in-home daycare providers, marketing consultants, cleaning services. These are just a few examples of our clients. All right, if you're interested in becoming a WWBC client, you'll have access to additional education and you'll have access to our one-on-one counseling. And so you can go directly to our website, wyomingwomen.org, and click on the Sign Up Now button. Again, it's always free. We collect some information from you, and then we'll register you as a client and get you access to the additional resources as well as a business counselor. All right, so I'm going to launch a quick poll for those of you that are on the line with us tonight. And I'd like to just know what stage of business development you're in right now. So idea formation and kind of thinking about the possibilities of being in a business. Business planning, meaning you've selected an idea and you're working towards a business plan. Early startup, you recently launched and you're open for business, but maybe less than 6 months. Or are you in the startup phase? You've been in business for less than 2 years. All right, thanks for that. Looks like most of us are in idea formation. And so that would make sense that why you're here tonight. Welcome. All right, so let's jump into our topic today on starting a business. For those of you in the idea formation stage, the very first step that we recommend is what we call market research. Now, I don't want this term to scare you. It's really just business speak for investigating your business idea. And much of this you've probably already done naturally. So for example, if you're interested in opening an in-home daycare, it may be because you or someone you know looked for a daycare option and couldn't find one, meaning it appears that there's a demand that's not being filled. So that recognition is part of market research. Now, there's some questions you're going to want to answer to ensure that your business idea is viable. And those questions include determining what the demand is in your area or market, what the market size is, meaning how many customers are possible. Are there any economic indicators for this business? An example would be maybe if there's a major employer in your area that's looking to hire hundreds of workers, and that's going to increase the need for your business idea. Next is to investigate locations for your business and the details around setting up. And then finally, you're going to want to understand how saturated your market is with the same types of businesses so that you can understand, again, if your idea is viable. And that information is going to dove nicely into determining pricing for your business, which can be based on both your costs and what the market is willing to pay. Now, after you've done much of your market research, which is really an ongoing process even after you launch your business, because truthfully, understanding your market conditions just never ends. Then you can dive into completing what I call a competitive analysis. Now, a lot of the information that you gather in your market research is going to help you complete a SWOT analysis on both your business and your competitors. Okay, what's a SWOT? Well, it's really just a listing of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And it's important that you spend some time analyzing these questions and really thinking about the reality of your business idea. I have lots of clients that get really excited about marketing their business, and they want to jump right into things like getting shirts and hats and social media accounts, maybe even building their website. But I want to caution you about putting the cart before the horse, because your market research and your competitive analysis is really going to help you determine the viability of your idea before you sink money and a substantial amount of time in your business. And really before you take any major risks, like quitting your day job. So help me help you and really commit to doing this initial work before you commit to a business launch. All right, now let's assume you did that work and you're convinced your business idea is viable and you're ready to start planning your own business launch. The next key step is to write your business plan. And if you're like most of my clients, this is the part where you kind of roll your eyes and let out a big sigh, because no one I've ever worked with gets excited about sitting down and writing a business plan. And what I've found is that's because business plans can feel like an academic assignment. And most people don't want to go back to school, right? Especially entrepreneurs. We want to start a business. So here's my suggestion when it comes to writing a business plan. I want you to try to think of it like it's a map. It's really your directions for success. And so I'm not a big fan of writing an academic business plan, which is traditionally like a 40+ page business plan with lots of graphs and charts. And the reason is because I deal with micro enterprises, right? These are businesses that at their height have less than 6 employees. They launch for under $35,000. And for those businesses, what I want is really a boots on the ground business plan, meaning I want a plan on how you're going to actually pull this off step by step. And so for that kind of plan, what we're really doing is just answering a series of questions. And so at the Women's Business Center, I recommend that clients attend our facilitated DreamBuilder program. And you can see we had one last September. That's the kind of slide that I have up right now. But I just found out that we are confirmed to launch another one on January 12th. So keep an eye out for that if you'd like to attend our next upcoming facilitated DreamBuilder program. DreamBuilder is an online course. You actually watch it on your own schedule, and embedded in it is a business plan tool. So what you're going to do is educate yourself on business planning, and then you're going to answer a series of questions. And the answers to those questions are going to get stored inside that business plan tool. And then at the end of the course, you hit a button and voila, all those answers are going to automatically get formulated into an organized business plan with a table of contents. And so in the facilitated program, what we do is we meet on a weekly basis to try and kind of give you a bird's eye view of what is coming up. We track your progress through the DreamBuilder program on the back end, and we answer questions along the way to make sure that you don't get stuck. And so if you participate in the facilitated program, it'll either be a 6 or an 8-week course. And I always recommend that people are able to dedicate anywhere between 3 and 4 hours a week in order to get to the finish line. So if you're in a 6-week course with us, this is what that course schedule looks like. So again, I highly recommend that you consider joining a facilitated cohort group of DreamBuilder. We'll be doing many of these in 2022, but our next one will launch, like I said, on January 12th. And then we have a nice little online graduation ceremony at the end. You even get a little certificate, which is always fun. All right, after you've got the well-developed business plan, now typically that's going to include a calculation of your startup costs. But it's always a good idea to review those startup costs again so that you have a full financial picture. And depending on the length of time that's passed between writing your business plan and actually launching your business, as we know, especially this past year, pricing and costs can change dramatically. So I always recommend you view that business plan as a living, breathing document. You're never really done writing it because it's a continuing plan for success that should really help guide you and remind you of your intention. All right, so once you're clear on the startup costs and the first year financials, now it's time to fund your business. I have so many clients that are just convinced that they need to have the funding lined up first before they write the business plan. And the reason is because in their mind, they think to themselves, well, why take the time to write a business plan if I don't have the money to start a business? And I get it, okay? But here's how I want you to think about it. You would never tell your 5-year-old not to go to school and learn how to read because you don't have the money to send them to college right now, right? They go to school because no matter if they go to college or not, education is going to be helpful in their life and they need to know how to read. So when it comes to funding your business, you don't want to start with the funding in mind because it actually limits, or sometimes actually it expands your thinking kind of unnecessarily. So I want you to start with a well-researched, viable business plan. Determine what the funding is that's required for you to be successful, rather than starting with a dollar amount and then trying to force your success into that number. That's actually a really great recipe for failure. So your business plan and your financials are going to dictate the funding that you require to launch. And from there, it's your job to find the funding. And so if you want to understand the 7 different options for funding a small business, then I recommend that you attend our webinar on that very topic. You can attend it live every single month, or you can check out a recording on our YouTube channel at your convenience. And because funding is so important, I've invited a guest speaker tonight. Her name is Tammy with the Small Business Administration out of our Casper office right here in Wyoming. And so I am going to give quick control here over to Tammy and let her talk about some SBA options. So Tammy, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having me, Christine. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to your group here. Once again, I'm Tammy Hanshaw with the U.S. Small Business Administration, and we have our offices right here in Casper, Wyoming. We are located in downtown Casper, and we serve the entire state. We have a small office. There's 5 of us, so it's pretty easy to get in touch with us. And what our mission is to help small businesses start, grow, and expand. And we can do that by helping you through your funding.
And Tammy, you want to share your screen so we can see your slides?
I apologize. I thought that was...
There we go.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Good now. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
So with an SBA-backed loan, you can launch, grow, or repair your startup. You can start or purchase a small business. You can get working capital for your operating expenses. You can purchase, renovate, or expand facilities, your inventory or equipment. You can purchase land or real estate, or you can get into exporting products or services across seas. We have loan programs that stem from $500 to $5.5 million to fund your small business. We work with loans that can be matched for your business needs. through our partner lenders and through our partner organizations, such as the Wyoming Women's Business Center. And we are looking at specifically underserved markets. So we look to help women, veterans, minorities, rural and underserved populations. We work with our certified community development companies to sponsor the Community Advantage, and those are loans of up to $250,000. And then our microloans, such as the Women's Business Center, can provide you for eligible amounts of up to $50,000. We service several loan programs. One is our 7A loan programs. Those are our largest programs, and they range from standard loans up to $5 million to small loans up to $350,000. We also work with 504 loans, which can be used for real estate and long-term use equipment. And we also have express streamlined programs through our lenders. Your local SBA team, what we try to do is we try to connect you with the resources to make you successful. So we have several partners in the communities that can help to advise you with both financial aspects and also licensing, basically every section of your business. We have support levels for you. And that's about it for me. If there are any questions, or I can give you right back. Thank you again.
All right, terrific. So we will switch screens here really quick. All right, so if you have your business plan and your funding secured, now it's time to actually launch your business. And that's really, in my opinion, where the real fun begins. And remember, we're here to help you every step of the way. And we work with existing micro enterprises to help them sustain their business, as well as startups. Because really making it past your second year in business is where the real magic starts to happen. And statistically, only 50% of businesses make it to that point. So we're here to help you change those odds. And I encourage you to seek out all the assistance and support you can get. Wyoming is just full of resources and people that want to support your dream. And really all that it requires is that you participate. All right, guys, my contact information is here. This is my direct line number as well as my email. And then our one-on-one business counselor, Jonathan Howdyshell, is also accessible by phone or email. If you have some direct questions where you'd like to reach out to us individually, you're welcome to do that. So we will take some questions. If anybody has questions on the line tonight, you can just pop open the chat or the Q&A panel. I'll kind of monitor both of those. And while I'm waiting for you to type in some questions, I'll just cover some quick information here. The Women's Business Center is made possible through several different partnership agencies, but our primary funding comes from the U.S. Small Business Administration and the Wyoming Business Council. And so, of course, we're thankful for the support and guidance of all of our partners, and we look forward to the work ahead. So we do have some upcoming trainings that you might be interested in that, of course, you can register for free. So how to prep your marketing channels for vacation is coming up on Thursday, December 2nd, next week. So if you're already in business and interested in that kind of information, encourage you to go over to wyomingwomen.org, our website, click on the training tab in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, and you can RSVP directly to that course. Like I mentioned during our talk tonight, DreamBuilder was going to be launching on January 12th. So any of you that want to attend a facilitated course and build your business plan with us, we're happy to do that. We have the graduation date set for March 9th. So this is going to be an 8-week program with the 9th week being graduation. All right, I'm looking up at my chat and my questions. It looks like we've been pretty thorough tonight, so no questions coming in. Appreciate everybody's time. Again, if you can just stay on the line for a couple of minutes and just answer our survey questions, we appreciate it. Thanks again, Tammy, for hopping on and talking to us about SBA opportunities as well. And everybody have a great night and a good Thanksgiving weekend. Bye-bye.